I think it's too soon. I think it's just too soon.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to unpack right here. So first, he's been back in the social scene. He's been making appearances and stuff, so that's got his name buzzing. It was a random group of older women that approached him at a restaurant and said they missed him on TV. And then he said, don't worry, I'm planning a comeback. I don't think that Matt Lauer wanted this news to become as big as it did. I think he's probably regretting that just him saying this in passing to some random women blew up as a headline, because he is trying to lay low, probably with the intention of let time heal everything and then let's make that comeback.
There needs to be a lot of time for this one, and I'm sure he didn't want it out there, so now people are talking about it, which is going to bring up old wounds for a lot of people, and it's definitely too soon.
Do you think that's made in a literal sense, though? Like, I'm making a comeback. Like, people make comebacks in their life, but they don't always look the same way that they did.
Yeah, he's saying he's coming back to TV. So I think the idea of that, which I guess there's questions there. How connected is he still on TV? You know, he's met with senior producers from the Today Show. He'll never have a home probably back at the Today Show. That's far-fetched. But how in those circles and connected is he? Because he was immensely talented. He just was not a good guy within those walls. And sexual harassment is something that should not be accepted. And it comes back to the question. We see a lot of people make mistakes in life. When do you get that second chance? But for him to say this speaks to me about how delusional Matt Lauer really is. To think there's a cockiness, there's an arrogance there for him to think that despite this awful behavior, that a comeback is in the works so soon.
So one thing he always said about the allegations is that parts of them have been true.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were hearing, of course, a lot from the women and, of course, from what the Today Show has been telling us and what news reports have been saying, people that actually worked with Matt Lauer. But he has always said that not everything that has been said is true about him.
And he acknowledged that the stuff that there was enough truth and enough bad for him to understand how ashamed he should be from it. And I think the stuff that he has let on, that he admits to, is enough to say, hey, if this guy's never back on TV, I'm okay with it.
And I got to keep it real. You know, I'm always like, I love a good comeback. I love a second chance, because I believe I've been given second chances in my life, and I think everyone should have it. But I think it's just feels a little too soon.
Yeah, look, there's athletes who, and there's not levels to bad behavior. Bad behavior is bad behavior. I'm not going to say one trumps the other, but there's men in football who've been engaged in domestic violence and have gotten a second chance. So it becomes that conversation of, this is horrible, this is awful stuff, but when do you allow somebody to try and improve upon their poor behavior, or do you just write them off?
That's a good
I guess
question.
it's situational.